We get it money. We get it.
Good evening, Detroit, and good evening, Michigan. Don't you quit. I'm not.
My dad would give me hell if I didn't turn and say, "Excuse my back, I apologize." Look, folks, members of Congress, Debbie, I've got your back, and I got your back as well, members of Congress.
Welcome to This Week in Democratic Politics, Riding with Biden edition. I'm Zachariah, Lone Star Liberal, and I don't have much time, so let's make this quick.
Information you don't want to hear can be a tiring experience for Trump supporters. With Donald's legal issues, his inappropriate comments, and his countless lies, it has made it difficult for his loyalists to ignore these facts. To avoid learning anything they would rather not know, Republican voters have placed a series of defensive tactics between them and reality. Today we will be discussing a few of the more common strategies they utilize.
Oh, man. Don't hit me with them negative waves so early in the morning.
Do you really want to go back to the chaos of Donald Trump as president? Back when the United States lost 3 million jobs. And by the way,
I want to talk to my fellow compatriots out there. The people in the foxhole.
It's still up. No, it ain't.
Democrats and the good people of this country alike who know that Donald Trump is a pig.
rambling about, take what he's been talking about. Hannibal Lecter, he says, is a nice guy. How Trump would rather be electrocuted than eaten by a shark. You know that whole thing, remember that? Poor Donald. He can't even watch TV this week because of Shark Week.
In a call yesterday with donors, President Biden reportedly said he is, quote, done talking about the debate. Bold strategy, considering that was also his approach during the debate.
I mean, come on. Did you see the debate? What a disaster. No. Quite frankly, I thought Biden did at least solid answers on some things. But Trump lied on everything. What the hell are we talking about?
You see what's sending out them negative waves, did Moriarty?
Hey, that ain't my fault, oddball. I've done nothing but have good thoughts.
Trump was found liable for sexual assault by a judge who told us not to be fooled by Trump's brushing it off. Here's what the judge wrote, quote, the judge in that case wrote, Mr. Trump attempt to minimize sexual abuse, finding it frivolous. Mr. Trump raped her. No, I mean, it's the judge's language, not mine. Raped her. As many people understand the word rape.
Marla.
You say Marla's in this photo?
That's Marla, yeah. That's my wife.
Which woman are you pointing to? No, that's
Here.
Carol.
Oh, is that?
The person
okay.
you just pointed to was
I
Jean
see.
Carroll.
Who is that? Who is this?
Point, your wife. And the woman on the right is your then wife,
I don't know.
Ivana?
This was the picture.
Ivana.
I assume that's John Johnson. Is that?
Name me another president done any of that. Look, if you want to know how bad a businessman Trump really is, just think about this. He inherited millions of dollars only to squander it. He's filed bankruptcy 6 times. He even went bankrupt running a casino. I didn't think that was possible.
I agree the debate was a shit show. Has a presidential campaign ever been won in June asking for a friend?
We've never seen anything like this, and it's not a joke. It's time for us to stop treating politics like entertainment and reality TV. Another 4 years with Donald Trump is deadly serious. Deadly serious.
The LA Times has said it best. Usually I don't have notes, but I got notes for this. I gotta make sure I get it right. It is unbelievable that the nation is spending so much time over the question of Biden's verbal acuity, when the greatest concern ought to be his challenger. His greatest concern ought to be that his challenger is a self-aggrandizing felon, twice impeached election denier.
Washington, D.C. on the morning of January 6th. Men wearing ill-fitted camo gear, women missing half their teeth, and Confederate flags as far as the eye could see. These were his people, and he knew that he would be welcomed with open arms.
There you go, more negative waves. Have a little faith, baby. Have a little faith. Now go on, get down into your hole.
I don't want to complicate, but just look at this right-wing Project 2025. Oh, but it's really focused on, you heard about it. It's a blueprint for the second Trump term.
Crap. And that's not to mention the violent mob that he sent to the Capitol building, but that's a video for another time. I'm almost out here.
His average IQ dropping by the minute, as more idiots piled in, Charles made his way to where he might better hear.
You gotta be crazy.
As he arrived, he noticed the crowd was nearly shoulder to shoulder, with barely an inch to move. One good thing, though, was there wasn't a high school graduate in sight. No one to tell him he was wrong or stupid. Only people who think exactly like he does.
2 men in Idaho recently set a Guinness World Record by passing a giant inflatable ball back and forth nearly 8,000 times.
Liberty! Victory! Because without the race of men that built America, without the ironclad resolve of our ancestors, there would be no America. We are heirs to an expansive and continental homeland purchased with immeasurable sacrifice.
Now look, my boy, the trade for the uniforms I can understand.
Is their leader, Thomas Russo.
He's a junk.
What is this? Bro, how many people are in there? Dang, these guys are not playing around, bro. They hopped out of the U-Haul.
The record was for least weekend plan.
On our list of folks who've been nothing but disappointments to their parents.
Like to show their faces in public, and the police love to help them stay anonymous in the moment. We have no problem showing you who these people really are. These are just some of the Patriot Front members who were arrested after the Coeur d'Alene Pride Parade incident. And ever see one of these people out in public? Know that these are the faces of the people trying to destroy any and all meaningful progress we've made in our country since its inception. But for everyone who supports groups like this, there are even more people fighting against.
They're hopping out the back of the truck. Yo, you up, they trying to escape. He's there.
They were quite literally run out of the city of Philadelphia by disgusted locals.
Oh, well, hell, that's just Trump, right?
When that butcher, Putin, who I know have known for a long time, when he invaded Ukraine, here's what Trump said. I'm not making this up either. He called him a genius and said it was wonderful. What in the hell is going on?
It's a piece of junk!
Felt like he would prefer life in an echo chamber, with him living in a small town and being the only resident unable to count to 30 It can get very lonely some nights.
Oh, that's just Trump being Trump.
He made out fairly well off. He's going to have the nice staff members at the DC prison facility take care of his basic needs for a few years, and the judge informed him that he won't have to worry about voting anymore.
According to a new study, diagnoses of sexually transmitted diseases among seniors has increased by nearly 24%. It's part of what your grandpa is calling Medicare Part D. Okay, like, he gets it.
Replace evil justice in the hands of a tempestuous mob of would-be warlords and useful idiots.
Always with the negative waves, Moriarty. Always with the negative waves.
That's right, Bye-bye! Bye-bye! Take the mantle! Take those mantles! Take the mantle!
No time! There will be no memory of America to continue!
Your mom hates you!
No history
Your friends hate
to fight for!
You were the losers of your high
We have
school
gone
class.
out into this when Americans are cast adrift
You're not even
and
watching.
crushed underfoot.
You all got different types of pants on.
The cities
Cargo
have
pants are out.
turned waste.
Reclaim your virginity.
Why don't you knock it off with them negative waves? Why don't you dig how beautiful it is out here? Why don't you say something righteous and hopeful for a change?
Against evil! Beware of this! Be afraid of this! Be afraid of these people! These people represent the end of freedom! They wrap themselves in the garb of patriotism, but they would be hated by our founding fathers! They would be hated by most Americans in history, because they represent the end of what it means to be an American!
I didn't know that. I just, you're telling me now for the first time.
But people would rather talk about how I mix up names. I guess they don't remember that Trump called Nikki Haley Nancy Pelosi. No more! Donald, no more free passes. Today we're going to shine a spotlight on Donald Trump.
The Trump being Trump, when he said that they're illegals, quote unquote, are poisoning the blood of our nation, and then put kids in cages.
It's, you know, if it wasn't so serious, it'd all be like a made-up novel would happen. No, I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. You may have noticed that since the debate, the press and their good guys and women up there, they've been hammering me. I make a lot of mistakes. No, it's okay. They've been hammering me because I sometimes confuse names. I say that's Charlie instead of Bill. But guess what? Donald Trump has gotten a free pass.
Disgraced Fire Festival organizer Billy McFarland is reportedly working for the Trump campaign, which is the first good news Biden's gotten in weeks.
Y'all, he took babies, actual babies, from their mothers. In one case, literally off her tit. The mother had to beg to feed her child out of her own breast one last time. And we never gave it back. That was a girl, actually.
Some other beautiful.
We did that right here in America. We did that. Trump did that. This guy and this guy.
Folks, Donald Trump is a convicted criminal. He's convicted. He was convicted by a jury of his peers. Donald Trump is a business fraud. He lost his license to do business in New York State. Been fined over $400 million for giving false information to banks. And he's still facing charge for mishandling classified information, which is a criminal offense. He's still facing charge for his role in January 6th trying to overthrow the outcome of the 2020 election. He's still facing charges in Georgia for election interference. Remember his phone call? I just need 11,780 votes. Name me another president who's done any of that.
He uses words like vermin to talk about people who are brown. Project 2025, which is ran by 200 of Trump's people, is blatant. They're going to make it illegal to have women's health care. Hell, they're going to make it illegal to have condoms and the pill. Meanwhile, they're going to make it illegal to have porn. How do you think those two things are going to go well together? Of course, on the other hand, they're also making it illegal for a rape victim to have any chance of not raising the rapist's baby.
You're in the process of the Second American Revolution, which will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be.
Come on now, Kevin Roberts, you look like the dad in an 80s movie who won't let their son go out with Molly Ringwald because she's poor.
Folks, you probably noticed there's a lot of speculation lately. What's Joe Biden going to do? Is he going to stay in the race? Is he going to drop out? Here's my answer. I am running, and we're going to win. I'm not going to change that. In fact, just today, the Marist poll released a national poll that has me beating Trump 50-48.
If you're going to go on one criminal's podcast to support your other criminal friend, that's not a revolution. That's aiding and abetting a criminal conspiracy.
Sidebar to that. Fuck you, David Frum. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. 20 of his own White House, heck, not even White House, West Wing people have come out and said that he cannot be president. He is evil. Meanwhile, 20 others have been indicted for various crimes. Quite a few of them are in jail right now, actually.
I'm the nominee. I'm the nominee of this party because 14 million Democrats like you voted for me in the primaries. You made me the nominee. No one else, not the press, not the pundits, not the insiders, not donors. You, the voters, you decided. No one else. And I'm not going anywhere. I learned a long time ago that when you get knocked down, you get back up. I've led this nation from the depths of the pandemic to the strongest economy literally in the world. Remember the days when people were dying, literally dying, and we were pushing on the COVID effort? Well, guess what? He told us, we don't have to worry about COVID, it's not that bad. Just inject bleach in your arm. I think he missed, he hit his head.
Another thing. An effective revolution starts at the ground level through meaningful action, energizing the people, not an alt-right podcast where they have ads for gold bars and upside-down American flags.
And as for David Frum, I ask everybody here, and David Frum too, go find the last time Donald Trump did a solo press conference. And if you can find one, watch it. And tell me whether or not Joe Biden didn't knock it out of the damn park in that press conference. Oh, well, he said Vice President Trump. I wonder why he might have Trump on the mind. Watch Trump's last press conference and then come back and watch Biden's. Hell, it was an in-the-field home run. Grand Slam, even. Yeah, Joe Biden stutters.
I had a dream that I was vice president and was with the president, and we did the disco funk dance to convince Congress to restart the government.
The best word, anonymous, really anonymous. They sacrifice every day for the furniture and future of their children. Tim Apple, Mike Pound, Yosemite, Nambia. Thailand. I tested positively toward negative. One of the wettest we've ever seen from the standpoint of water. God bless the United States.
We've seen, is that not happening?
Like my president is so fond of saying, compare me to my opponent. Please don't compare me to the Almighty.
And I'm an ice cream guy. My economic plan, they say we're going to continue to grow and keep inflation down. They say that Trump's plan would put the economy in a recession. There's 16 Nobel laureates last week. Say it put us in recession and inflation would soar. Folks, look. In fact, I guess I should worry, but the new Wall Street Journal survey of economists says inflation will be worse under Trump. That's the Wall Street Journal. Great paper, usually not supportive of me.
Yeah, Joe Biden stutters. Imagine that. Joe Biden has gaffes. If you're going to vote for Donald Trump because Joe Biden stutters, you need to reassess your life. I'm Zachariah, Lone Star Liberal. Y'all take it easy. I'm riding with Biden.
Inflation is down. And I love telling Trump this, even though I don't own any stock. The stock market is a historic high, closed at over $40,000. Folks, let me close with this. I know I look 40 years old, but I'm a little bit older. Hopefully with age comes a little wisdom. And here's what I know. I know how to tell the truth. I know right from wrong. I know how, and I've demonstrated how to do this job.
Thank you all again for watching another video with us.
Hey, like and subscribe, please. I try to make these videos shorter.
So be sure you've got yourself subscribed with alerts on. Thank you again, and whatever you do, vote blue.
But I often have a lot to say. Like and subscribe. And if people actually do that on one of these short videos, maybe that'll teach me to make them shorter. Y'all take it easy.
New York Times editorial board published an op-ed this morning titled "Donald Trump is unfit to lead." Ooh, strong language. Be sure to read the other op-ed, "Battery Acid, Unpleasant to Drink."
Come on, 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 come on. Don't negotiate, let's investigate, we'll accelerate, and we're taking him down.